Ladies and gentlemen, life is not measured by the number of years we live, but by the moments we embrace. Too often we are so consumed by the chase, chasing success, chasing dreams, chasing the next big thing, that we forget the beauty that is right in front of us. We postpone joy, telling ourselves that happiness will come when we achieve, when we arrive, when we get there. But what if I told you that joy is not waiting for you at some distant destination? It is here, it is now, it is in this moment. The secret to a fulfilled life is not in what you acquire, but in what you notice. Every single day, life offers us gifts. Small, simple, yet profound. The warmth of the sun on your skin, the laughter of a child, the kindness of a stranger, the privilege of drawing another breath. These are treasures. Yet so many walk past them, blinded by distraction. Joy is not found in the extraordinary alone. It is hidden in the ordinary, waiting for those who have the eyes to see it. You must train your heart to recognize what the mind often overlooks. Gratitude is the key that unlocks the door to joy. The moment you shift your focus from what is missing to what is present, from what is lacking to what is abundant, you will awaken to a life filled with wonder. Every morning you rise is a new opportunity, a fresh gift, another chance to love, to grow, to experience the miracle of being alive. And joy is not something that exists in the distant future, nor is it something that can only be found in extraordinary achievements. It is here, in this moment, waiting to be discovered. Yet, so many people miss it because they are constantly chasing something else, always looking ahead, always believing that happiness is somewhere beyond their reach. They tell themselves that they will be happy once they achieve a certain goal, once they acquire a certain possession, once they reach a particular milestone in life. But the truth is, joy is never found in a future that does not yet exist. It can only be experienced in the now. The mind has a way of convincing us that fulfillment is always just a little further ahead, just one more step beyond where we currently are. This creates an endless cycle of striving where contentment is always postponed. A person works hard for years, believing that happiness will come when they finally buy their dream home. But the moment they step into that house, their mind is already occupied with thoughts of something else. A bigger house, a better location, another level of success. The same happens with relationships, careers, and personal achievement. The finish line keeps moving and joy remains elusive. To truly experience joy, one must break free from this illusion and understand that life is happening now. This moment, right here, is the only moment that is real. The past is gone. The future is uncertain, but the present is alive with endless possibilities. When a person fully immerses themselves in the present, they begin to notice things they once overlooked. They start to hear the melodies in everyday sounds, the rustling of leaves in the wind, the laughter of a loved one, the rhythmic pattern of raindrops against a window. They begin to see the richness in what they once considered ordinary, the glow of the morning sun, the colors of the evening sky, the simple pleasure of sipping a warm cup of coffee. Children are masters of living in the present. They do not dwell on the past or worry about the future. They simply embrace whatever moment they are in. They find joy in the simplest things: a puddle of water, a butterfly in the air, the sound of their own laughter. Their happiness is not conditional upon achieving something. It is found in being fully present. Somewhere along the way, as people grow older, they lose this ability. They become burdened by responsibilities, distracted by regrets, and anxious about what is to come. The more they live in their minds, the less they experience life itself. It is only by becoming fully present that one can rediscover the joy that has always been available. This does not mean ignoring responsibilities or failing to plan for the future, but rather it means not allowing those things to rob the beauty of the present moment. It means finding contentment in the process rather than waiting for the destination. When a person eats, they should taste their food. When they walk, they should feel the ground beneath their feet. When they talk to someone, they should truly listen rather than being lost in their own thoughts. The simple act of being present transforms even the most ordinary moments into something meaningful. People spend years searching for happiness, believing it is hidden in success, wealth, or recognition. But joy is not a destination, it is a way of being. It is found in the small, quiet moments, in the things that seem insignificant but hold the greatest value. When one understands this, life itself becomes a gift, one that does not need to be chased but simply embraced. Gratitude is the key that unlocks joy, yet so many overlook its power. People often focus on what they lack rather than what they have, always striving for more, always comparing themselves to others, always believing that something is missing. This mindset creates a cycle of dissatisfaction, where happiness feels just out of reach. No matter how much they achieve or acquire, it never seems to be enough. The mind continuously points out what is missing, what could be better, what someone else has that they do not. This way of thinking blinds them to the abundance already present in their lives. The human mind is wired to seek, to chase, to want. It constantly searches for the next thing, convinced that happiness will come once a certain goal is reached. A person might think they will be happy once they get a promotion, once they buy a house, once they take a dream vacation. But when that moment arrives, the feeling of fulfillment is often fleeting. Almost immediately, the mind shifts its focus to the next desire, the next problem, the next thing that is missing. Without gratitude, joy remains temporary and conditional, always dependent on external circumstances. Gratitude shifts the perspective. Instead of focusing on what is lacking, it allows a person to see what is already present. It transforms ordinary moments into extraordinary ones, making even the simplest things a source of joy. A meal becomes more than just food. It becomes a reminder of abundance. A conversation with a loved one becomes more than just words. It becomes a moment of connection. Waking up in the morning becomes more than just another day. It becomes another opportunity to experience life. Nothing changes externally, but everything changes internally. Many people wait for something big to happen before they feel grateful. They believe that gratitude is reserved for major accomplishments or rare moments of success. But true gratitude is found in the small things, the everyday blessings that often go unnoticed. The warmth of the sun on the skin, the sound of laughter, the ability to breathe deeply. These are gifts, yet they are often taken for granted. The more a person acknowledges and appreciates these moments, the more joy they will experience. Gratitude does not require perfection, it simply requires awareness. Difficulties and challenges are part of life, but even in the midst of struggles, gratitude has the power to bring peace. It does not mean ignoring hardships or pretending that problems do not exist. Instead, it means choosing to focus on what is still good, on what remains, rather than what is lost. A person facing difficulties in their job can still be grateful for the opportunity to learn and grow. Someone going through a tough season in life can still find comfort in the love of a friend, the beauty of nature, or the strength they are discovering within themselves. Gratitude shifts the focus from problems to possibilities, from pain to resilience. It is not happiness that brings gratitude, but gratitude that brings happiness. The most joyful people are not those who have the most, but those who appreciate the most. They have trained themselves to see blessings where others see burdens, to find reasons to be thankful even in the midst of challenges. Their joy is not dependent on what they have, but on how they choose to see the world. When gratitude becomes a habit, joy becomes a way of life. The beauty of life is often hidden in the ordinary, in the moments that seem small, in the things that are so familiar, they become overlooked. People tend to believe that joy is found only in grand achievements, in extraordinary experiences, in once-in-a-lifetime opportunities. They wait for something significant to happen before allowing themselves to feel happiness. They believe that the excitement of a promotion, the thrill of travel, or the celebration of a milestone is where true fulfillment lies. But life is not made up of only big moments. It is shaped by countless small ones, woven together to create the experiences of each day. When the focus is only on the extraordinary, the ordinary is ignored. A sunrise is dismissed as just another morning. The sound of rain is seen as an inconvenience rather than a soothing melody. The simple pleasure of a quiet moment is lost in the constant noise of distractions. Yet these are the very things that make life beautiful. They are not interruptions or insignificant details. They are opportunities to experience joy in its purest form. The problem is not the absence of beauty, but the absence of awareness. When people fail to recognize the value in the simple things, they miss out on the richness of life. Children naturally embrace the wonder of the ordinary. They find endless joy in the simplest experiences. A butterfly resting on a flower, the feeling of sand between their fingers, the way the wind moves through the trees. They do not need a reason to be happy. They simply immerse themselves in the moment. But as people grow older, they become desensitized to these things. They become too busy, too distracted, too focused on what is next to appreciate what is now. The same sunrise that once brought excitement becomes routine. The same laughter that once filled a room with warmth becomes background noise. The same love that once felt like a gift becomes something that is expected rather than cherished. Slowing down and noticing the small details brings life into focus. The warmth of a loved one's hand, the scent of fresh coffee in the morning, the soft glow of evening light. These are not trivial things. They are reminders that joy is always present, waiting to be acknowledged. The more a person pays attention, the more they begin to see how much there is to be grateful for. Life is not happening somewhere else or at some future point. It is unfolding in each moment, in the spaces between the big events, in the quiet places where beauty is waiting to be noticed. Many people believe that happiness is something to be pursued, something that must be earned through hard work and success. But joy does not come from chasing after more. It comes from recognizing what is already here, a simple conversation, a shared meal, a moment of stillness. These are the things that truly matter. They are the foundation of a meaningful life. Learning to appreciate them does not mean settling for less. It means realizing that abundance is already present. The person who can find joy in the ordinary will never be without happiness, because they have discovered that life itself is the greatest gift. Life is often weighed down by the burdens of the past and the worries of the future. Many people live trapped between regret and anxiety, unable to fully experience the present moment. They carry the weight of past mistakes, replaying them over and over in their minds, wishing they had done things differently. At the same time, they are consumed by fear of what is to come, worrying about things that have not even happened yet. This cycle keeps them from experiencing joy because their attention is always somewhere else, either stuck in what was or preoccupied with what might be. Letting go of the past does not mean forgetting or pretending that it did not happen. It means releasing the hold it has over the present. Mistakes, disappointments, and painful experiences are part of life, but they do not have to define it. Growth happens when a person learns from what they have been through without allowing it to control their future. Regret is a heavy chain, keeping people bound to moments that cannot be changed. Freedom comes when they choose to take the lessons and leave the pain behind. Forgiveness is a powerful tool in releasing the past. Holding on to resentment only deepens the wounds, making it impossible to move forward. Whether it is forgiving someone else or forgiving oneself, the act of letting go is an act of self-liberation. It is not about excusing what happened. It is about refusing to let it steal any more joy. Carrying bitterness is like drinking poison and expecting someone else to suffer. Releasing it allows space for healing, peace, and new beginning. While the past can be a burden, so can the future when it is filled with worry and fear. Many people spend their lives planning, predicting, and preparing for what is ahead, but in doing so, they miss out on what is happening now. The truth is, no one has control over the future. No amount of worrying will change what is to come. Anxiety only robs today of its joy without making tomorrow any better. The mind races with what-if scenarios, creating problems that do not even exist. This drains energy, leaving little room for appreciation of the present. Trusting the process of life allows a person to move forward without fear. Challenges will come, but so will solutions. There will be difficulties, but there will also be strength to overcome them. Instead of focusing on what could go wrong, one can choose to focus on what is within their control, taking things one step at a time, doing what can be done today, and letting tomorrow take care of itself brings a sense of peace. The future is uncertain, but worrying about it does not bring certainty. It only distracts from the opportunities, beauty, and joy that are already present. True freedom is found in embracing the present moment without being weighed down by what has passed or what is yet to come. This does not mean ignoring responsibilities or living carelessly. It means understanding that life happens now. The breath being taken in this very second, the people who are here today, the experiences unfolding in real time. These are the only things that are truly real. Letting go of burdens and worries makes space for clarity, gratitude, and deeper joy. It allows life to be lived fully rather than merely endure. Life is constantly presenting gifts, but too often they go unnoticed. People become so accustomed to their routines that they overlook the simple blessings woven into each day. They rush through life, always focused on what needs to be done, what is missing, or what could be better. In doing so, they fail to recognize the beauty, joy, and abundance already surrounding them. The ability to notice and appreciate these gifts is not something that happens by accident. It is something that must be trained, developed, and practiced. The mind is naturally drawn to problems, scanning for what is wrong rather than what is right. This survival instinct once helped humanity avoid danger, but in modern life, it often creates unnecessary stress and dissatisfaction. A person may have countless reasons to be joyful, yet their focus remains on the few things that are not going as planned. Even when good things happen, they may quickly shift their attention to the next concern, never fully appreciating the moment. This pattern keeps them in a constant state of wanting, always feeling as though something is missing. Training the heart to notice life's gifts begins with awareness. It is about intentionally pausing to see, hear, and feel the details of life that are often ignored. The sound of laughter, the warmth of the sun, the taste of a favorite meal. These are not small things, they are moments of beauty, reminders that joy is already present. When a person slows down and truly pays attention, they begin to see how much there is to be grateful for. One of the greatest gifts life offers is connection. The presence of family, friends, and even strangers who show kindness is something that should never be taken for granted. A conversation, a shared moment, a simple smile. These interactions hold more value than material possessions ever could. Yet, many people go through life without fully appreciating them. They assume that loved ones will always be there, that relationships will always remain the same, that there will always be another chance to express appreciation, but nothing in life is guaranteed. The people around us, the moments we share, the experiences we have, they are here now, and that is what makes them precious. Nature is another constant source of gifts, offering beauty in endless forms. The sky changes colors every morning and evening, yet how often do people stop to admire it? The wind carries fresh air, the trees provide shade, the rain nourishes the earth. All of these things happen without effort, without demand, without expectation. They exist simply to be experienced, but only those who take the time to notice them will ever truly appreciate them. Even the challenges in life hold hidden gifts. Difficult moments bring growth, strength, and wisdom. They teach resilience, deepen understanding, and refine character. While it is easy to focus on the discomfort of a struggle, there is also value in recognizing what it is teaching. Every obstacle carries a lesson, and every hardship has the potential to lead to something greater. Those who learn to see these hidden gifts find that even in their lowest moments, life is still offering something meaningful. Noticing life's gifts does not require extraordinary effort. It only requires a shift in perspective. It means choosing to look at the world with fresh eyes, to see what has always been there but has gone unnoticed. The more a person trains their heart to recognize these gifts, the more joy they will find in everyday life. What once seemed ordinary will become extraordinary, not because life has changed, but because they have learned to truly see it. Each new day is an opportunity, a fresh beginning filled with possibilities waiting to be embraced. Too often, people wake up carrying the weight of yesterday, allowing past disappointments, failures, and worries to shape how they approach the present. They replay old conversations, dwell on missed chances, and bring yesterday's stress into today. This habit blinds them to the simple truth that every morning offers a chance to start again. No matter what has happened before, a new day is a reset, a gift that should not be wasted. The way a person begins their day sets the tone for everything that follows. Waking up with a mindset of frustration, exhaustion, or negativity creates a pattern that influences thoughts, emotions, and action. On the other hand, approaching the morning with a sense of curiosity, gratitude, and expectation transforms even an ordinary day into something meaningful. Each sunrise is a reminder that life is still moving forward, that there is still time to grow, to learn, to love, and to create something new. Opportunities do not always come in grand, obvious ways. Sometimes they arrive in the form of small moments. A conversation that sparks an idea, an unexpected act of kindness, a quiet realization that shifts perspective. Those who remain open to these moments, who choose to see life as an unfolding journey rather than a repetitive cycle, discover that each day holds something valuable. The difference between a mundane life and an extraordinary one is not always external circumstances, but the ability to recognize the potential in what is already present. People often wait for the perfect time to make a change, to pursue a dream, to start living the way they truly want. They tell themselves that someday, when everything aligns just right, they will take action. But waiting for the perfect moment is an illusion. There will always be challenges, uncertainties, and reasons to delay. The only real time to begin is now, in this day, with whatever is available. A small step today is always better than waiting for a big step that may never come. Fear of failure holds many back from embracing new opportunities. They hesitate, afraid that if they try and do not succeed, they will regret the effort. But the greater regret comes from never trying at all. Every successful person has faced failure, every great achievement has come with challenges, and every lesson learned has come from experience. A new day is not a guarantee of success, but it is an invitation to try again, to take another step, to move forward regardless of what has happened before. There is joy in embracing each day with a sense of wonder instead of seeing life as a series of tasks to complete. It can be approached with curiosity. What new experience will this day bring? What lesson is hidden in today's events? What small moment will become a cherished memory in the future? The people who find joy in life are not those with the most success, wealth, or recognition, but those who have learned to appreciate the unfolding of each day as something valuable. Life is not meant to be rushed through or endured as a series of obligations. It is meant to be lived with purpose, awareness, and gratitude for the time that has been given. Each morning is a reminder that there is still time to create, to grow, to give, and to experience all that life has to offer. The choice to embrace the day is always available, and those who take it will find joy not in some distant future, but in the moments that are already here. Joy is not something distant or elusive. It is woven into the fabric of everyday life, waiting to be recognized. It is found in gratitude, in the beauty of the ordinary, in the freedom of the present moment, in noticing life's gifts, and in embracing each new day with a heart open to possibilities. Those who seek joy in grand achievements will always find it fleeting, but those who learn to appreciate the small, simple moments will never be without it. Life is not measured by the number of extraordinary events, but by the depth of presence and appreciation in each moment. When the focus shifts from what is missing to what is already here, joy becomes a constant companion, not something to chase, but something to live.